Is that too far away or are we good? You like
We might need to be closer up. What do y'all think? Think we should be closer up? I think we should be closer up.
Grab it. All right.
We're out of practice.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
That works. Hey guys, hang on just a second. I'm running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
I was upstairs doing a makeup tutorial.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
I was listening to somebody talk about something. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
You know, Phil Woody, what's happening, buddy? What is happening?
Gotta get rid of the
Chocolate
noise
Thunder.
here.
Hey, buddy.
So how many of you, let's see, we got only 56 on right now, and 42 thumbs up.
42
Excellent.
thumbs up.
Give me a
43.
thumbs up if you just finished watching Derek Smith and Austin
Jaggers.
Is it Jaggers or Jaggers? They said Jaggers.
They said Jaggers on the thing. They say Jaggers for you guys?
They said Jaggers.
Okay, because I was listening to Ozzy and them, and you were listening to 98%.
Oh, yeah, I was listening to the 98%ers. That's a girl, Rebecca, double duty.
yeah. So, wow, that was impressive.
It was unexpected. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Derek would win right-handed. You know, left-handed, I thought it would go kind of like that. I thought Austin would have the stronger arm, that Derek would have the potential to bust his hand back. But right-hand, I just thought the matches would look more similar than they did the first two rounds. But Austin Jaggers just got a lot of heart. He dug, stayed tight, fought, came back. Very impressive performance. Very impressive.
Yeah, so to you guys that are just hopping on, welcome to the Monster Factory. Of course, you know, it's Monster Michael Todd. If you're new to this channel, I'm Mrs. Monster or Rebecca Todd as well. So we are on here today to chat with y'all. There's been a lot go down since we've gotten to
There has been a lot.
talk with you.
Yeah.
A whole lot. And so we wanted to catch you up on that. But the main thing that we're going to discuss is there's changes.
Changes to Monster Factory 4.
Changes to Monster Factory 4. And we were just discussing.
Obviously, I'm still pulling right.
Hey, Robin. So, WinterBlast is going on. They've completed the super matches. So if you're watching that tournament as well, just split your screen, whatever. But we just saw some awesome pulling between Derek Smith and Austin
Derek
Jaggers.
and Austin, right and left, very good matches.
Yeah.
We also saw someone who's going to be featured on the Monster Factory prelims, Roger Learn.
Roger Learn, yes.
Looked very impressive against Evan Begoyan.
Very
Very impressive.
Yeah,
very impressive.
I didn't expect
You
that to
wanna
go
pop
that
this?
way either. So the thing
Okay.
was, of course, Derek's one of our good friends, right? He's been here to the Monster Factory twice, helped Michael in preparation, and I thought he was going to win. Now, Austin is coming up.
I mean,
and
he's very impressive. I mean,
he's
he had a
making
great
big
performance
strides.
against Tim Bresnan, too. I mean, that
did.
is a match that could have went either way, depending on how the refs called it. So
how does that work? Because Derek beat Tim beat Austin beat Derek.
right.
Well, how does that work?
Well, I mean, there's a
the
time.
rankings.
You got to go with the most recent victories, right? And so I don't know how that
Okay.
puts. I mean, it doesn't make sense to put Tim above Derek because Derek convincingly beat Tim.
Right.
But Tim beat Austin. You just move Austin above. That's it.
So Austin goes above everybody
He has to.
because he just lost to Tim.
Well, he just lost to Tim. When was that?
Wasn't it?
February, maybe?
I thought it was the same week as
No,
when you did that.
No, it was January 28th, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Chocolate Thunder in the house. Hello. Also got Phil Woody and James Clark, a couple of our members, and Phil's one of our awesome moderators.
Yep.
Got some Jason Latana, the voice behind Monster Factory.
All right, so
Yeah.
you just talk about people. Do you want to start talking about the card, or what do you want
Yeah,
to do?
yeah. I just wanted to say
We're at
hello,
204. We just
everybody.
crossed 204, so 204
SG
people.
Records in the house. Hello. Hello. Glad to see you guys all jumping on. And of course, the awesome Aussie arm wrestler. Dumb question, but is there a lot of pain, Michael?
It's manageable. I will have like spikes of bone pain, and then it'll just last for a few seconds, and then goes away. But yeah, so it's manageable. I mean, it is what it is. It's been 8 days today since surgery, so I've done relatively well. Like I've done exactly everything the doctors told me to do, which is the plan, to do everything the doctor tells me to do to get a complete recovery. But yeah, we're 210 people on, 85 thumbs up. Get us to 120 thumbs up, and I'll discuss the changes of the card.
Just got big changes.
There are some big changes.
Folks
There
out.
are some big changes.
New championship match added.
There's
Super
a new
exciting stuff.
championship
MMT
match.
might understand my southern slang.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a new heavyweight championship match, obviously. So since I'm out and can't compete right-handed, we do have a replacement for that match.
Tim Morgan says, "Hey buddy, wish you a quick recovery."
I appreciate that. I don't think it's going to be quick, but it will be 100% full recovery.
Phil Woody gifted 5 Monster Michael Todd memberships. Thank you so much,
There you
Phil
go,
Woody.
buddy.
And thank you for doing that, because that reminds me to add, if you're not one of our members already, you might want to jump on in there, because we are dropping some behind the scenes stuff, and like the videos that we gave of Michael's explanations for his surgery, talking to his doctor, we gave full-length videos to our members without cutting for edits,
Yeah, like just the exact thing, everything that went down, everything the doctor said.
Yeah. So there's just a little bit more meat, okay,
A little bit
in
more.
there. Yeah. So definitely want to jump on to that as well. And
Right.
plus, our members are helping us with future Monster Factory events. So super excited.
Yeah,
stuff.
we have some exciting stuff coming
Yeah.
soon, guys. It's I'll talk about that here in a little bit. 112, 8 more thumbs up, guys. Click out,
8
click back in,
more?
8 thumbs up.
Come on,
and
guys.
we will start with the preliminary matches Friday night, 4/28, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Crux Gaming, you can actually see those matches on 98%'s YouTube channel between Derek and Austin, but I'm going to tell you, Austin won both, but I'm going to tell you, Wright was very evenly matched.
Wright was awesome.
Wright was
we
very
just crossed
evenly matched.
120. We're at 126. Okay,
All right,
guys.
let's get into it. Garage Grinder in the house. Hello,
What's up, dude? How you doing?
down there in Florida.
All right, so here's what we got. We're going to start off the preliminary matches Friday night, 5 p.m. We'll do some weigh-ins for the people who have to weigh in. And the very first match tonight will be Daniel Worley versus Roger Learn, who just looked very impressive against Evan Begoy at WinterBlast. So I'm excited about that match. I think that could be a really good match. Daniel's known for his left arm. Roger's got a very good left. Roger had the left arm injury. His right's doing real well. Like I said, very good performance. Daniel had some good improvements on his right, so we got a good right-handed match to kick things off Friday night.
So the thing is that we didn't have to have Friday night matches, but we love arm wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I figure,
you know,
why
that's
not?
what we
Why
do here,
not,
right?
Let's
So,
just...
and it also gives a chance to highlight some more names out there for the community.
Well, I don't want a long card on Saturday,
Right.
And this gives us
Mainly
an
because we
opportunity.
want to get to eat
Yeah.
pizza.
Now, these are normally 2 out of 3s, but we're going to do 3 out of 5s. SG Records, what's up?
Going to kickstart Super Chat, Speedy Recovery, MMT. Thank you so much, SG Records. We appreciate your support.
Very much appreciate
Again,
your
those
support.
Super Chats help to fund Monster Factory events.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
does.
very
Yes, it
much.
does. Because
Go ahead.
we're going to stick with the free model for a while, just because I like the way it works. I like giving as many people an opportunity to see arm wrestling in a professional format as much as possible. And so far, all of our sponsors have been very pleased with the amount of views they've gotten and everything.
All right,
Yeah.
but not only that, highlighting the athletes. What's really
talking about
cool.
it being free.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
because it allows it to go out to more
Yeah, yeah.
people, right? But what is really cool is watching some of our athletes make their appearance on Monster Factory 4 and then get to go on to things like Arm Wars and East versus West.
Oh, absolutely.
It is
it's
a
cool
platform
to see the people who
where they're
just
getting
compete here and get to
recognized.
go over there and do all that cool stuff. And before I go any further, Vitacell Biologics is on as our title sponsor again. So you will see them Friday night on the big backdrop and then all of the event on Saturday. So the next match, the second match of the 3 matches on Friday night is Stephen Logsdon versus John Therian, right-handed. This is a right-handed match. So
Okay, now we've seen him on Arm Wars, so that's one where we're grabbing from somebody else,
we're
right?
stealing him. We
stealing
saw
him.
him at the first event we did this year, where I got my big gangster chess pieces, and the kid's very strong, very impressive, got a lot of heart, and he was happy to be part of the Monster Factory card, so super happy to have him here. The final match that evening is going to be over 800 pounds of men at the table.
Holy crap.
We got 6'4".
Do we have a backup table?
I don't know. We got a lot of tables here. We got Matt Satori, 6'4", 380 pounds versus Benjamin Leclerc, 6'8", 440 pounds, I believe. So 2 massive, massive human beings going at it left-handed. I know Matt is ranked top 20 left-handed. I'm not sure where Benjamin's ranked in the hook rankings. I'm pretty sure he's ranked in the arm fighter rankings. So that will be a super heavyweight left-hand rankings match. So super excited about that match.
And they're just both really good guys.
Good people. I mean,
Is that like a
Benjamin's
prerequisite?
just a kid, but
To be in the Monster Factory, just being a good guy.
Just being a good guy. Yeah, I mean, you're in my house, so you can't be an asshole. You know, you kind of got to be a nice guy if I'm going to hang out with you and let you come to my house. What's up, Robert Gould?
Hey.
Robert Gould is awesome. He's going to be one of our VIPs. He helped support us a couple years ago with the tour around the United States. And Robert knows some big things we have coming here at the Monster Factory, so he's always
got the inside track.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All right, so now we're going to kick off the undercard on Saturday. We have moved.
Okay, let's talk about that really quickly because the undercard and the main card, yes,
Just
they
one card.
all run as one card, free to you on Saturday. The only difference, the undercard can bring their own sponsors on.
Right.
Okay.
Undercard and preliminaries can bring on their own sponsors. Once you on the main card, we have tiers in which the athletes get, but they have to wear a Monster Factory arm wrestling shirt. They'll have their name on the back. Now their corners could wear their sponsors apparel, whatever. Even Chance last time had some iron-on patches
the free sleeve,
that he did on the free sleeve. You're welcome to do that as well. So undercard, kick it off. We are moving up a match that we had on the preliminary. We're moving up to the undercard. It's going to be awesome. Rush Rader's third appearance here at the Monster Factory, and he'll be going against the one and only Chocolate Thunder, Jody Williams, left-handed.
Yes, sir. So I was so excited to have this match moved up to a
Me too,
Saturday
me
match,
too.
right? Because I've been after you since
Get
Monster
Jody here
Factory
for a
1
while,
to get Jody here,
yeah,
right?
I'm happy to have Jody here. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. This next match is pretty exciting to me. Both ranked like top 15, left-handed 198. I don't remember their exact rankings, but it's a replay of what we did for the preliminaries, except it's left-handed. Steve Logsdon versus John Therian, left-handed.
Okay, so what was the decision behind making one prelims and one move up to Saturday?
Because John was coming all the way from Canada. I wanted to give him two matches. I didn't want to.
Well, I just didn't know if there was a preference for one being.
No, the left is
right
a
over
rankings
left or-
match.
okay.
The left they're both ranked in the top 15.
Okay,
I
so the
wanted-
right is not.
The right, one of them may be. I don't know if
Okay.
they both are, but that was what was important to me, was to see that
Okay.
left-hand match and to see where these two
match.
guys stack up. So left-hand, Stephen Logsdon, John Therian, super excited about that. Now this next match, Superman Carl Stanley versus Sonny Gay from Kentucky. Sonny Gay's 6'4", 300-plus pounder.
Where are all these big guys coming
Big fella,
from?
big fella. Carl is like 6'2", 6'3", 300 pounds as well. Been working on his power, getting his bench up. Couple of big, strong dudes. This is going to be a right-handed match. Carl's known for his left a lot, but his rights came a long way, and Sonny's a primary right-handed guy. So a couple of big boys going at it in the undercard. Sonny Gay versus Carl Stanley. I think that's going to be a great match. We have some good guys coming up from Florida. So having Carl and having Daniel in this next match, Austin Wade versus the undefeated Bob Brown at the Monster Factory. I don't think he's lost a single round.
Not a round.
He hasn't lost a single round.
Yeah, he's fought his ass off for those rounds.
He's
but
worked his ass
not
off
lost
for it.
one,
But yeah, that dude, and Austin Wade's very impressive. I don't know if you guys saw him. I think he took a win on Artem at the Florida event that they just had. Austin Wade's very impressive. And Bob's like, he's stylistically horrible for me. He's long, he's tall, he's got a great inside explosive hook. That's my kryptonite. So will Bob be able to pop that wrist back, roll him over, transition to a press, or is Austin's ability to supinate into a hook going to be too much? So that's a match I'm excited about as well. The final match of the undercard. This one's good. This is good. We have Devin Gagnaban, who has looked very good here.
Okay, we kind of got a peek at this match.
We did get a peek of
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
But he's going against the reigning super heavyweight Arnold Classic champion from Azerbaijan, Murtala Azlanov. I'm excited to see this match. Now, Murtala beat him twice. Beat him twice at the Arnold just last weekend. But that's 8 weeks between matches. It gave Devin a chance to see what he's going to be going against. Can Devin make the necessary adjustments, or is Murtala going to just be too strong? I'm very excited to see that match. I think it's going to be a heck of a match. I mean,
I always think it's a lot different anyway when you take them out of a tournament setting where they've had to maybe had some steam taken off their arm pulling other people,
Yeah.
and now they can focus.
just on one guy, train for one
guy.
dude, and it comes down like, do you try to wear them out in the setup? Do you do all the things in a super match to hopefully take them into the later rounds and take them into deep water and bleed them out? So that's the undercard. We're gonna kick off the main card. Now this is where we have some changes. We're not getting to them yet.
Dun dun dun. Can I jump in here just really
Yeah,
quickly
go ahead,
because
go ahead.
people are doing it again. It's so funny. I'm not gonna arm wrestle Jody. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
She wins. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not focused on arm wrestling. You're doing really, like, she is getting injured. Like, she's over here doing all kinds of CrossFit and killing it, dude. Like, it's super inspiring. I'm watching her and she's killing it.
I
She
pulled
pulls
my
her glute the other
pec.
day. She's doing deadlifts.
So
I'm training
bad.
clients. She walks over and goes, I think I just pulled my ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I've been there. I pulled the ass. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is that I am way stronger
Oh my God.
than I've been in a long time.
This is the strongest you've been probably since
Yeah.
that 2013 era. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. So I'm way stronger, but not on the table.
Yeah, well, we don't know. We don't know if you are. You hadn't been on the table. We have no clue. You haven't been on the table since Monster Factory. I don't think you've been on the table once. Now, when I do start back right-handed, she's my first opponent. That's who I'm going to start training with. Like, I got to level this shit, right? All right.
Okay,
so,
I will get on the table for that purpose. But only that
exactly,
purpose.
exactly.
Okay. Go
All
ahead.
right, so here we go. Brent Rockers, who was very, very impressive against Joe Fox at the last Monster Factory. Very impressive. He has a rival that they go back and forth at that 209 weight class, at those IFA classes. And even here at Monster Michael Todd International, they pulled Brent Rockers versus Daniel Mosier. To me, that is going to be explosive from Daniel Mosier. If Brent can get a stop anywhere, put the brakes on him, put some fatigue on him, he's got a shot. But I'm telling you, Daniel Mosier hits hard. And he's just coming back after that surgery on his wrist, so I think he's really,
He's
really
so
motivated.
fast. He's so fast.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
and he's here though, and is that Louisiana hop going to get him? Those elbow hops on the go. We don't know. It's going to be an interesting match. Super excited to see that. We don't know what the co-main event's going to be, so I'm just going to talk these next three matches out. I don't know what the co-main event's going to be. We're going to have Craig Touye versus Eduardo Tiete, multi-time Brazilian national champion, WAF world champion. Eduardo Tiete just beat Dallas Langston after being down
a war.
After being down 2-0, comes back and wins 3-2.
Yes.
Eduardo just won the Arnold Classic.
Yes.
I mean, so Arnold Classic champ versus previous Arnold Classic champ, two grinders, two similarly built, stocky, strong, tenacious arm wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be match of the night. There is no match tonight for preliminaries, but we have a $500 match tonight for undercard and a $1,000 match tonight that the athletes split for the main card. So I'm thinking main card.
So you guys tune in to the
Craig
entire
Touye,
card so that you can vote.
Yeah, we
because
need
have
you
voting up right
to
after
vote
this.
so these guys that earn that match of the night bonus, goes to the right person. We're gonna have Pavlo versus Artem left-handed, 240 heavyweight championship match. Obviously, Pavlo's a champ. He beat me at the last Monster Factory left-handed. And this, in a lot of people's eyes, is a mismatch. I mean, Artem is not a 240-pound guy. We just saw Pavlo at 262 pulling Saban, then go down to 242 for the Arnold Classic to win the Arnold Classic, beat Marcio. I mean, Pablo's a stud. But Artem has a lane. Artem does have a style that if he can bleed him, crack that wrist, get into him, and he had months to train for this. He's gonna have like 3 months of prep.
Let me tell you something about Artem, though. Artem has got a really good table IQ. I watch him
he's good arm
think
wrestler.
on the table, and he knows how to make adjustments. So if he can just be close in strength, I think.
Well, I mean, I don't know how close he can get. He just, I mean, Pablo is extremely strong. I think this is gonna have to be a complete mind fuck by Artem. Like, he's gonna have to get in his head big time, fatigue his hand, do all the tricks, everything. In my opinion.
I think Pavlo's too cool of a cat to have that.
He might be. Yeah. He's super strong though.
He
Super
is.
strong. All right, so here's a match that we brought up from the undercard, brought it to the main card, and it is actually a championship match. Dustin Hyatt versus Roman Gromov for the 170-pound Monster Factory Lightweight Championship.
So excited about
I'm
this.
super stoked. Now,
Okay, this was supposed to happen at Monster Factory 3.
It was.
Yeah.
This was a bigger match until the Arnold Classic, and Roman just lost to Kevin Palco.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive performance by Kevin Palco. But Roman was the undisputed best in North America under 154, 160-pound guy.
Mm-hmm.
So then Dustin just took second to 176th. And I'm telling you, he got beat just by table IQ by Luke Kent. He looked like he might have been the stronger person. He just didn't have enough supination to deal with the pronation and post and just style of Luke Kent. Very impressive pulling by Luke Kent to hang in there when you're pulling someone that strong. Dustin Hyatt just keeps impressing me. This match was, a lot of people thought Roman was going to run
That's
through
what I
him.
was going to ask you about.
I think this is 50-50 now.
Really?
I think this is 50-50.
Because going into Monster Factory 3, I remember you saying, I think that Roman has got this. I think Dustin's going to make a good showing, but I think Roman's got this.
I mean,
that's what
Dustin's
everyone
just
said.
a young man, and he just
But
keeps getting
after
better.
seeing some things happening and Dustin's had some more time now, it looks like it's going to be a very close match.
It does look like it's going to be a very close match. So We've announced Brent Rockers, Daniel Mosier, Craig Touye, Eduardo TJ, Pavlo versus Artem, Roman Gromov versus Dustin Hyde. That is 2 championship matches in the main card of Monster Factory. Now here we go. This is sad news. This is sad news for me. 9 days ago, I got a text from Richard Lupkes that he ruptured a disc in his back. As much as he wants to be here at the Monster Factory, he will not be able to compete. Crushes me. Hate that. If there was a man that I looked up to in arm wrestling, a man who I respected in arm wrestling, is Richard Lupkes.
He was excited about making a comeback.
So there's been a lot of videos out there of Richard Lupkes comeback, Richard Lupkes comeback. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Everyone keep Richard in their prayers. I'm hoping he gets a full recovery, but it is horrible. It is one of the things that made me so excited about this card was Richard being here at the Monster Factory, because I knew he was gonna get to do some badass training. Well, I mean, then I tore my bicep, but I was expecting to do some badass training the next day with him, right? Have him in the gym and have him max out all my machines, because Richard can max out pretty much any machine he gets on. It was gonna be a lot of fun. So hopefully he'll be back for Monster Factory 5, which we do have dates for Monster Factory 5 and Monster Factory 6.
Do you wanna give those?
Let's go ahead and give them.
Let's go ahead and give
Monster
those.
Factory 5, September 16th. Monster Factory 6, December 16th. Those are the dates. We have 2 more Monster Factories this year. Who's that from?
Marcus Tedesco, Sky Renee out of Austin, Texas could be a good matchup for Rebecca. Rebecca's not pulling.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna have Rebecca in super match format. Rebecca may jump in some tournaments once I'm back on the quest for 100 and stuff, but I don't think she's gonna be doing much super match arm wrestling, just because the anxiety gets her. Just showing up to the event, oh, I think I'm gonna enter. That's no pressure for her. It doesn't bother her doing it that way, but like the anxiety
No, I
of an
appreciate
event.
the sport.
Yeah, the anxiety of an event, it gets to her. Like she starts having bad dreams about breaking her arm and all kind of shit. So
It's terrible.
We're gonna let her stick to CrossFit for now, and if she decides to do it, it's gonna be entirely her decision.
It would be like I went to bed and woke up a different person for me to make that decision.
So we've been spending the last week, over a week, to try to find out what to do.
Thank you so much, Marcus, for that super chat.
Trying to find out thank you so much. Trying to find out what to do
For the main event?
the main event. So I talked to Chance. I was looking at options for Chance. Chance did a Beat the Champ last Saturday, and I talked to him today, and he said his elbow was popping, just pulling with the average folks. He's like, dude, I don't think my elbow's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
So he's like, if you can find someone else, if you can just get a different main event, I'd like to be back on the card at Monster Factory 5 or whatever, but I just don't think it's gonna be ideal for me to try to get this elbow in a condition to pull a high level opponent. So our Monster Factory 4 main event, Pavlo is in the house. Pavlo just won that 240-pound right-hand heavyweight axe. Very impressive over Paul Lynn. Paul Lynn is your reigning, 95 kg East versus West world champion. So say what you will, beating Paul Lynn's a hell of an accomplishment, and Pavlo looked very impressive doing it.
Right.
This is gonna be a championship match against the legend, Ron Bath. Now, there's gonna be people that say, well, didn't Paul Lynn beat Ron Bath at Monster Factory 2? Monster Factory 1? I don't know what Monster Factory was. Monster Factory 1, 2, 1? I don't know what it was. One of them, right? And yes, he did. He did. Monster Factory 1, you're right. But Ron had just had that war.
Ron Bath, Robert Gould.
Had just had that war, Zurab, 5 weeks before, and Ron had just turned 60 years old, and that's a lot on a man pulling that hard, who was not as conditioned as he is now, and I'll tell you why. He is married to Angie Rose now, and she now lives in the United States with her husband, and that woman trains as hard as anyone.
And she's got him with her all the time.
She makes that dude do hand and wrist at every extra. He's like, my hand and wrist strong as it's ever been.
He's probably working harder than he's worked in his life for arm wrestling.
Ron Bath used to not really have to train.
Angie.
He just did manual labor work. He owned his, walls of power, back construction, whatever. He just worked his ass off, right? So he was just a genetically gifted guy who didn't have to do a lot of weight training. As he kind of got, a supervisor or owner position, whatever, he wasn't working as much. So then he started putting a little bit of time in the gym. But now since him and Angie are married and she's here, that's the most dedicated with consistent training and recovery I've ever seen. And he did just tear his bicep 5 months ago.
Left
bicep. So that's been all his focus on his right arm.
Mike.
Ron Bath is undefeated against Pavlo. I offered Pavlo numerous matches, and Pavlo's like, you know, I actually was going to do the rematch of him and Marcio because he just beat Marcio. He's like, yeah, it's too soon. Maybe the next Monster Factory, right and left, whatever. I said Ron Bath, and he's like, YESSSSS. You know, it's like, I definitely want to pull Ron Bath. So our
Has
main
he
event.
ever beaten Ron?
So, but he's a different cat right now. He's a different cat. Ron knows it. Ron knows he's got it. I mean, Ron just posted
might be a different
Ron
cat.
just posted a video of him with his knees bent, 45-pound plate doing pull-ups, and then a video with a weight belt with him holding 90 pounds and doing pull-ups. And Ron's 240 pounds, so that's 330-pound pull-ups Ron Bass doing. Now, Pavlo was doing a pull-up the other day, or lock and hold one-handed with like a 25-pound plate in his hand. So that was... I don't know. I think that's going to be an amazing match. I did tell Ron, I was like, listen, if you do win, you will have to face me for that. So understand that eventually it's going back to the Monster Factory, right? So that lets you guys know my right arm's not done. When it gets back, I'll be back banging with the best of them. I just have a long road ahead. I genuinely believe it'll be the hardest work I've ever had to do, but I'm not afraid of hard work. So I'm excited and optimistic about what's to come. I am going to go ahead and say this. I've said it on a couple things to a couple people. I don't even know if I've said it yet. Maybe in a video. Don't know. I had told Rebecca.
What?
About 6 months ago.
Oh.
Every person who's ever looked at my arm for the past 15 years has told me the best I would ever get would be a complete elbow replacement. I wouldn't be able to lift over 20 pounds. And recently they said that number was 30, like the last person who looked at it. Oh, you wouldn't be able to lift over 30 pounds. Well, that is not a life that I'm willing to live, right? Because I'm an active person, I'm an athlete. I've arm wrestled, I'm in my 33rd year. There is no quit. That's not happening. So obviously, there was never going to be a time where I was going to have an elbow replacement. Mm-hmm. But I told Rebecca, I said, if a doctor ever told me, or there was a surgery or technology that existed that would allow them to clean out my arm and give me back range of motion, I'd be willing to go back to the most basic level of strength to have that range of motion back. Because I know what it takes to build strength. I'm not afraid of hard work. I know muscle has memory. I know that my arm wrestling skill is there to do everything. I just didn't have the physical capabilities to do it. So to get that range of motion back, and that's what the doctor said, all the bone that was in my elbow that was stopping me from coming back this way was just sawing away at my tendon.
Yeah.
We have a video of my tendon. A tendon is supposed to be tubular. My tendon had flattened out and had grown tentacles trying to attach to everything. It's disgusting.
It was gross.
It's so bad.
It was really gross.
I sent it to one. Dude, don't send me that shit. You know, it's so bad. Like I can't post it. It's too graphic for social media.
We can be demonetized.
Yeah.
It was gross.
But so it was being sawed away basically on a daily basis. Anytime I was using it, training, whatever. So. I mean, I may have spoke that into existence.
Exactly,
because
Robert.
I found a person, I found a surgeon, I found a blessing, someone who was able to repair my arm and give me back what I had asked for. It's just, now that doesn't mean that he gave me back an arm that's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be up to me to determine where this right arm comes back to. And that's what makes me most excited. In a time where I should be disappointed and depressed and doubting myself, I cannot help to be optimistic about the future because I know that I will put in the work. So I can't tell you where I'm gonna end up at, but I can tell you I'm not gonna quit. And I'm super excited about the future and excited about carrying you guys along with this journey. We actually leave maybe this evening, probably in the morning, hopping in the RV, going back to Atlanta, gonna get the splint taken off, gonna start some rehab, gonna start some amazing recovery with some amazing people who are also blessings to give me this ability to have this type of professional rehab and recovery. We're gonna film all that stuff, bring you guys along with it, and then we will head down Friday morning to go to Hattiesburg, Mississippi for.
Right. We're gonna stop in
yeah,
at Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg for Sean Hancock's PAL.
Oh, you better pack your green.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Well, with this Monster Factory, we got it. So yeah, it'll be. He's got an awesome event there. I think I forget what it's called, Atlas Pro-Am International Arm Wrestling Championship or something.
Yeah.
But there's MMA, there's all kinds of cool stuff that's going on that weekend. So we're gonna hang out there, do some, have some merchandise, have some Monster Factory Arm Wrestling shirts, and just have a good time. But then we'll be back here Sunday, and I'll be on whatever protocol the doctor tells me for my rehab. So guys, we're super excited. Bummed about Richard Lupkes. Like I said, keep him in your prayers. Hopefully he has a full recovery.
But I really think that Paul Pavlo and
Ron Bath.
Ron Bath. It's going to be a hella match.
Well, I just think so because Ron knows what he's got.
And Ron
knows what
doesn't quit.
Ron knows what he's got ahead of him, and he's got a wall. He has got a wall. If you go by the last time Ron put Marcio, I think Marcio beat Ron, and you saw what Pavlo did with Marcio. And I did talk to Marcio, and Marcio was like, yeah, I pulled Pavlo a couple years ago, and that's not the same guy. He's like, I did not know he's going to be that strong. I'm like, you should have called me. I could have told you. He's really strong. But yeah, so as for me, I'm hoping to be back at IFA Nationals left-handed in 5 weeks. We'll see what the doctor allows me to do, but there will be nothing that I do that I'm not willing to do anything that's going to inhibit my recovery of my right arm. That is a priority, and I'm excited. You want to answer the questions?
Yeah, what kind of questions y'all got for the monster? Pavlo got stronger. He just hasn't learned new tricks, is what someone said. And that's right, Robert. He had a ruptured disc. Someone was asking, what are people's names in blue for? Those are members of our channel. I dropped that link in the description of this video that you can become a member of this channel. There we drop more behind the scenes videos. We drop full length videos that are later cut down for the public, as far as like Michael's recovery. And also if we get inside news that we want to share but don't want to share all at once, we drop it there in the members as well. And sometimes we'll give them polls to help us figure out steps to take next. Do you want to mention anything
About what's coming?
Do you want to mention anything about it? Or do we need to wait?
I don't know. Talk to them. I'm going to go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
He's going to go outside and pee. Let me see what kind of questions we got. 5 weeks, you best not hold on with the right.
Oh, no, I'm not holding on. I think it's 12 weeks before I can do any type of release into the gym for my right.
Of course he can't. Oh, before the injury. Do you think you could take Hermes before the injury? Probably not at 240 pounds, right? I wouldn't think so. Been watching Ron's training videos on Insta. He's looking rock solid again. I think they'll be a really good match as well. And someone was asking, how did we find, blue is moderators, green is members. Sorry about that, guys. So how did we find our doctors? So it's, sometimes fate just kind of moves things for you, and things happen and you have no idea the impact that they're going to have on your life much later. 10 years ago on a plane, we met a guy by the name of Phil Benamino, and we were headed to Las Vegas for my birthday celebration, and he and his family became friends of ours. We hung out with them that week just because we met him on the plane. I think my husband borrowed his earbuds. Well, he lives in Atlanta, Georgia, but he's connected, very well connected with people, especially in athletics and athletic doctors and stuff like that. And so Michael just called him after his injury on our drive home, the day after his injury.
No, it was the day of. It's that night.
Okay, well, whatever. That night, the day of, and the next day, Michael is calling everybody and talking to them about what did you do, who did you see, where did you go, how did you get help with it. And one of the last calls that he made was to Phil. He's like, I should call Phil. Phil, it's a Saturday. Phil sends Michael a number of a doctor that he said worked on his son. And then he also sent us his Facebook page, so we were able to do some stalking.
We did.
Yeah, and turns out he is the doctor to a lot of very, very high-level athletes. And he called Michael on a Sunday, and they had quite a long conversation. In between Sunday and when we met him later that week at his office, when we made the drive to Atlanta, he did research on Michael. He researched on how he pulls. He researched on what arm wrestling is and what arm wrestling needs. That's above and beyond, in my opinion. And that's the kind of doctor that my husband needed. So we knew
it's
right
truly
away
a blessing. Like there was no way that
because of a plane ride 10 years ago.
I'm talking to him on a Sunday,
Yeah.
and then we, after, and we'd already, like I said, we'd already researched him a little bit, found out how big a deal and what a blessing it was to have someone like this perform my surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, truly amazing. Definitely gonna make the most of this, and I do believe that I am gonna have a very healthy right arm, which is super exciting to me. At whatever level it is, it's gonna be super exciting for me to have to have range of motion back, to be able to do activities that I have not been able to perform, and just get back to some serious training. Like right now, this downtime for me, it's actually allowing me to focus on something else I'm going to talk about in just a second. What you going to say, sweetheart?
Phil Woody says, can't wait to get back to the Monster Factory. I'm bringing reinforcements this time. All right.
Oh, I didn't tell
And-
you.
What?
Sumo Darren, I think, is coming.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's coming as one of the VIPs.
Badass.
Yeah. I didn't
And-
get confirmation from Phil, but he asked me, and I was like, yeah, sure.
Robert G-Force Gould, get ready, bro. Yes, I'm
Hope
going to
you
be
can pull the
very
hook.
happy to have you
All right,
in
guys,
the house.
so I am going to go ahead and not spill the beans, but I'm going to say this. There's 342 people on here. We got 208 likes, thumbs up. I mean, go click thumbs up, whatever. But if you own a business, if you're one of these 345 people and you own a business, or you have a brand or anything that you want to promote, a little thing that I'm super thankful of right now across all 4 platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, we're right at 470,000 total subscribers, followers, whatever. Last year, that number is about half that amount. And from then, all of last year, we did 120 million views across our platforms. That means 120 million times someone clicked play on one of our videos. So thankful for that. I just posted this morning, could not believe it. Woke up, looked at our YouTube, 5.3 million views in the last 28 days on YouTube. Super huge blessing. But if you guys, anyone on here owns a business, knows someone who owns a business, or wants to support something very, very, very big that will have your name or your business or your logo permanently displayed as someone who is a supporter of what we're doing here, we have something that is truly a dream that I wholeheartedly, without a shadow of doubt, know will become a reality. And I think it's going to be based on the people who support and love what it is that we're doing, what we've done. And I cannot be more thankful that we have grown a platform that has had this much support. The amount of people who've messaged me since my injury, telling me, keep your chin up, God's got a plan, all the amazing blessings that people have been sent to me. This is something that it hit me the other day. I'm like, it's something I want to do for a very long time. How can I do it? And through the support of our followers, of our subscribers, of the people out there, and still give them a return, give them something more than just the appreciation. So if you own a business, if you know someone who owns a business, or if you are interested in supporting the next phase of Monster Factory, inbox me, YouTube, message, I don't know, Monster Michael Todd, Instagram, Facebook, send me a message. We have something that truly is gonna, how do I say it without telling, it's gonna be amazing. Like truly, like I get so excited, and that's what's occupied my mind since this injury. Apparently I like riding a bicycle now because I'm putting in an hour, 2 hours a day on the bike, but I'm doing it and I'm
190 coming at you.
I'm not gonna make 190. I don't know what this thing weighs, but I'm like 248 in the mornings right now. But I'm not getting to weight train with my upper body. I do a little bit of arm stuff, left-handed, some cable pulls, some pronation, legs, of course. But what I have in my mind and what I have on paper, the blueprints I have on paper for what we're wanting to do here, will be something that I think a lot of people will want to have their stamp on, to say I was a part of that. I helped make that dream a reality. And it will bring to you the best arm wrestling in North America, in my opinion.
That's a mighty big statement.
That is a big statement. It'll be the baddest venue though. Ooh, I just let some out. But yeah, telling you guys, we got something crazy coming, something crazy. What else you got, babe?
Someone said legs. You don't need legs.
That's Robert Gould. But dude, I gotta do something. I mean, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been occupying my mind a lot with the next phase of Monster Factory and what it's gonna become. And I think it's gonna be something that will change the face of arm wrestling in North America.
Will you be able to straighten your arm now?
I don't believe so. He took a lot out of the front, which should get me back this way. But the surgery is supposed to be 2 hours and 15 minutes. It ended up being over 4 hours, and he was having to use a turn. Oh, well, nope, probably not. check out the videos we put out. I got a lot of good stuff and a lot more stuff coming. Just check it out, see what you guys think about it. And like I said, the follow-up visit will be Monday. When do you think we'll have that put out? Probably to members Monday night, Tuesday, and then have an edited version.
It's so funny. It is so funny how he creates this timeline.
Man, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just like, hey, get to work, girl.
Yeah, what I can tell you is that it will drop to members first, full length, unedited, and then I'll drop where Michael's recovery is.
Yeah, okay, so I get a lot of this. Sorry to cut you off. I get a lot of this. Become left-hand champ. Of my 36 national titles and 23 world titles, they're almost split right down the middle. It's just I'm mostly recognized for my right arm performances, but my left has beaten a lot of people.
Tall Paul Hutchins Jr. Yes, you figured out how to super chat.
Appreciate the support. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much for the support.
Awesome. Did I figure this out? Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But yeah, guys, what do you want to stay on another 10 minutes or so?
Yeah.
All right.
So White Wolf says, Matt Mass says, I only need legs to get from here to the table.
That's fine.
Yes. Just got on the live, been watching your vids over the last few months. Take doctor's advice and follow it. You can't rush this recovery. Yeah, and he knows that. He is full on into doing this and doing it right. I'm gonna just go ahead and say this right now. You were wrong. You were like, you were so freaking wrong. You were way wrong, like for 10 years of my marriage. Way freaking wrong. He always says, just work for the pain. Just work through the pain, you know? Just work. How important is recovery now, Michael?
As important as training.
As important as training. And what do you do when something's not feeling right?
Work through the pain.
No, you don't. You recover.
Well,
You
okay,
recover
so
correctly.
I mean,
So the inside of your elbow joint looked like a Gila monster.
Yeah, my elbow was bad.
Slicing up all kinds of crap in there, right? Yeah.
I had my own little samurai in there slicing shit up. Just
Yeah. So any athlete, all of this is what you have to offer into the sport, and you should take care of it like it is that important, right? It's not all about what's here. It's just not. It's not all about what's here. It's not. This and this can be like way out there, you know, ready to go charge that hill. And if you haven't taken care of the rest of the crap, it's not going to keep up. And it's only a matter of time before it quits. So he just had to go undo decades.
not decades.
Decades
2 decades.
of abuse. Yeah, of abuse. And so now you have the ability, you're not starting clean and fresh, because it is not like a newborn baby elbow. It's still some jacked upness about it. You know, there's just always going to be. But you do have something better to work with. And that's what was encouraging from what we heard from the doctor. Because if you heard in the last video that I released, will I arm wrestle again? I straight up asked the doctor, so what is the prognosis? Considering all that you've done, does he at least have something better to work with now than what he did? He said, absolutely. Absolutely. Will it go straight? Probably not all the way, but better, you know?
I should have a little bit more. A little bit more. What I'm hoping for is a lot more of this.
Yeah.
Like when I was out, he was going to push it to my face, and he started pushing the tendon in my tricep so deep because it had probably shortened, because I hadn't been able to come back past here for so long. So he got me to about right there, which is great. But he said with physical therapy, I may be able to get it further. So I'm going to do everything I'm supposed to do, man. Like I said, this will be, I wholeheartedly believe this will be the most work I've ever had to do. But it's work that I'm willing to do, and it's work that I think will be worth it, you know?
I have no doubt you'll do the work. I have no doubt. You know, because, and the thing is that for you, it's not all about arm wrestling. Arm wrestling is a big part of it, right? But he wants to be able to do other things.
Man, I hate not being able to do CrossFit, like and compete at it, because I'm very competitive, and that's a discipline or a just work capacity thing that I would excel at, because I like working hard. I like finding my limit. And have not been able to ever get to a front rack position or do a lot of the movements. So it would be nice if I could get that range of motion to where I can at least get the official movement and get into the position to do the movements. But that being said, my priority is going to be arm wrestling.
And that's right, chat. Get your questions in. Just a couple more minutes. I'll answer, or we'll answer any questions. You were not able to straighten your right arm completely, but in that match, it was forcefully straightened, which led it to tear.
Not even close. You must not have watched the match. I was right here, and he slipped underneath, and my bicep tore. I was as close as my shoulder could get to my bicep. Wasn't even close to straighten.
Left hand match with Wagner Bortolato. Revenge for that broken left arm.
My left arm's never been broken. The medial collar ligament ripped off the bone. But yeah, revenge match would be great.
Okay, so the bones have never been broken.
No.
The arm itself was definitely broken.
Yeah, it was laying on the table behind me without me putting it there. It just came apart, man. But yeah, I've never had a broken bone in my left arm. But yeah, that would be a match. I mean, and I like Wagner. He's such a good guy.
He is a
and
good
we did
guy.
do it again in 2018. He ran through me. But I do think that I can get my left back to a level that is very, very competitive at a world level. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my right. I'm excited about the journey. I think I'm most excited about the journey. Really, just the progress. And I'll tell you, I've been doing this so long.
I wouldn't mind having Wagner at the Monster Factory along
Would love to
with-
have that with Gabby.
with Gabriella and her hubby.
That would be great.
You know?
Monster Factory 5. Oh my God, Monster Factory 5, that could be crazy. I'm telling you guys, Monster Factory 4, we're gonna have an amazing time. All of our VIPs, which we still have a few VIP spots left, just a couple, I think. We're gonna have an amazing time. It's gonna be a great event. Monster Factory 5 will be the beginning of something the arm wrestling world has never seen. That's what I got.
I'm a little scared. I
That's
don't
what I
know
got.
what the hell that means
Yeah.
for me. But anyways,
It's gonna be crazy.
So I do actually want to say something about this because a lot of people are saying, say something about Gasparini, say something about Gasparini. I was disappointed that he's not going to be able to go on and pull Jerry.
Right.
But I was very impressed. We were very impressed with his match versus Levon.
Crazy impressive. And I told people that it was possible. And he just fought with a lot of heart. You know what I mean? He just fought with a lot of heart. A lot of heart.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people are not giving Levon the credit they should still.
No.
Because everybody, well, I mean, it's not when I say people, some people. Levon is the best. And he's still the best, right?
Still the best.
It's just, and he still found a way to win. Mm-hmm. He showed his arm wrestling skill, his versatility, his ability to stay focused in a difficult situation, right? And he looked amazing. Everything he did was awesome. You got to give hats off to both guys. Hermes is a warrior. He's a stud. So I was so impressed with that match.
Trey, I said the same thing as soon as Hermes got that slip. I was like, nobody's been able to do that.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since someone slipped with him. Angel Baez slipped with him back in top 8, but yeah, very rarely does somebody slip with him. And I guess Vitaly slipped with him too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the super matches, since top 8, I don't think anyone slipped with him yet.
Okay, Robert Gold, we'll run down it really quickly for those of you that have just hopped on. Recap of the matches. Go ahead and bring them up. We're just going to run through them. You can go back to the beginning of this video, probably after about the first 7-8 minutes. Michael
we go.
actually breaks them down.
Preliminary matches Friday night, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, April 28th. Daniel Worley versus Roger Learned, right-handed. John Therian versus Stephen Logsdon, right-handed. Push your button there. Benjamin Clare versus Matt Satori, left-handed. Over 800 pounds of men on the table there. Undercard starting at 5 p.m. on April 29th. Jody Williams versus Rush Schrader, left-handed.
It's 5 p.m. Central Standard.
John Therian versus Stephen Logsdon, left-handed. 198 rankings match, 200-pound rankings match, whatever. Carl Stanley versus Sonny Gay, right-handed. Bob Brown versus Austin Wade, right-handed, and then Devin Gagnon versus Miroslav Aslanov. Moving up to the main card, Brent Rockers versus Daniel Mosier.
Hella match.
Craig Touye versus Eduardo Tiete.
Another crazy match.
Could be match of the night. Pavlo versus Artem, left hand, for the heavyweight championship, 240 pounds. This is going to be Artem has nothing to lose in this match. and
And
everything
he
to
asked
gain.
for this match.
Yeah, this is the match that. So we'll see.
Arden's making waves.
I mean, he's impressive. He trains hard. So
But
most
Pavlo
likely,
looks like a monster.
I don't know how we're gonna do the. Like I said, I don't know what the main event's gonna be. I don't know how we're gonna do the main card. Another championship match: Roman Gromov versus Dustin Hyatt for the lightweight 170-pound Monster Factory Championship. And your main event, the heavyweight right-handed championship, 240 pounds, Pavlo versus the legend Ron Bath. So I'm super excited about this card. I'm excited about our VIPs who are returning. We always appreciate you guys, and we always want you to have the best time you can here. Like I said previously, briefly, if you guys have a business, know someone who owns a business, want to support Monster Factory, interested in finding out what's to come, message me, Monster Michael Todd on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Find my email, send me a message, and we'll have a conversation.
Absolutely, guys. Be sure, once you leave the chat, click that like on your way out. Drop a comment once it's actually posted live on YouTube, so it can help the algorithm and push it out there so that more people can find it. Thank you so much for your support.
Make left arm wrestling great again.
Thank you so much for your support. Again, thank you so much for all of the well wishes, all of the comments, all of the messages, phone calls that we received while Michael was down and out.
I have not been out, just been down.
You were out for a bit, 4 hours.
I was
to be
out.
exact.
I was out a little bit, and then I woke up like, what?
All right, guys.
All right, y'all be good. Take care.
See you soon.